Hey everyone, welcome to another pigment comparison video. So today we are going to swatch out these colors that are made with PY43, which is an ochre, a natural clay earth pigment with a mix of clay, sand and some iron oxide. The most common ochre is probably this yellow ochre. This is from series 1 Daniel Smith. And this is PY43. Some of these ochres are named after the place they are mined from. So this one is from France, French yellow ochre, Italian deep ochre. This one is from Italy, Burgundy yellow ochre. This one is from Burgundy, France. Let's swatch yellow ochre. So this is a muted yellow, and it's a beautiful color that you can use straight out from the tube onto the paper without any mixing, because it's not as vibrant compared to those bright yellows. This one is already muted, so it looks natural. Next we have Verona gold ochre. So because these are muted yellows, it would be very challenging to mix bright secondary colors from them. Colors like green that you can mix from adding blue or orange. I think for orange it's still quite alright because you can add a very warm red. But for greens, bright greens, it's going to be kind of challenging. And for this particular color, it seems like the tinting strength is not that high. Burgundy yellow ochre. This does look a bit more yellow compared to the earlier two. French ochre. This is kind of difficult to dissolve. I do have to use a lot more paint. Italian deep ochre. Many of these ochres, they have, I wouldn't say they have a lot of binder, but sometimes they can be a bit difficult to dissolve. And lastly, we have Goethite brown ochre. And this does look more brown compared to the earlier five. These are how the swatches look when dry. Some of the differences are quite subtle. So if we use yellow ochre as a base, for comparison purposes, Burgundy yellow ochre seems to be more yellow. Italian deep ochre seems to be more reddish. French ochre looks kind of similar to yellow ochre, and Verona gold ochre looks like it's a lighter version of Burgundy yellow ochre. And Goethite brown ochre, as the name suggests, it's more brown. These are all granulating colors. By the way, if you use any of these colors, let me know in the comment section below, and let me know whether you like them or not, and what subjects you normally paint with them, and also what colors you mix with them. Right now I'm going to mix them with blues to see if we can get some sort of green, and with reds to see what sort of orange we can get. Let's have yellow ochre and French ultramarine. So seems like we can neutralize French ultramarine. So we definitely cannot get a bright green, so this is like a very neutralized dull green. And let's see what we can get when we have yellow ochre with phthalo blue. So this, we can see a little bit of green, but again, it's very muted. So this is probably the best green we can get from yellow ochre and phthalo blue. Maybe if we use burgundy yellow ochre, we can get a more obvious green, because burgundy yellow ochre, it's more yellow. And nope, I mean, you can see the green, a hint of green, but it's not like the green we normally associate with. Yellow ochre and a warm red. Looks like I need more yellow ochre. I guess you can get some sort of orange. Let's add more water to see how it looks like when it's diluted. I guess you can make some sort of skin tones with this. And this is Italian deep ochre with cadmium red. Alright, let's see what we have here. So for yellow ochre and French ultramarine, the mix, when I look at this color, there's no particular name that comes to mind. All I can say is it's some sort of gray. This does look nice when you have a little bit of yellow ochre in the ultramarine. With phthalo blue, you do get a hint of green. And this is burgundy yellow ochre, which is the ochre that is more yellow, but even so, it's also very difficult to see any green in this mix. For yellow ochre and warm red, we can get some sort of orange, but it's still more red than orange. And this is the color you can get when diluted. I guess it works well as some sort of skin tone. This is Italian deep ochre and cadmium red. This mix, it's kind of similar to yellow ochre and cadmium red. If you have yellow ochre as your only yellow in a limited color palette, your mixes is going to look kind of muted, kind of dulled down. So let's take a look at this sketch that I have here. The colors that I use here are yellow ochre, Venetian red, and cobalt blue. So for this building here, this building was painted with yellow ochre straight from the tube. I did not have to mix it because this is already a muted yellow. And when I paint over this building, it looks alright. If I were to use Hansa yellow and paint over this, even diluted Hansa yellow, it's going to look kind of out of place because those vibrant yellows, they are too clean. But for yellow ochre or raw sienna or those earth colors, you can use them straight from the tube and they should look right. And this is yellow ochre mixed with cobalt blue. So you can use that mid-tone to paint shadows like this. So even though you cannot get green, somehow for this particular sketch, this tree here still looks alright. So that's the beauty of a limited color palette. You can get color harmony quite easily. All these are supposed to be green, and this here as well. I don't really use yellow ochre. The only two earth colors I have in my palette are raw sienna, that's for mixing skin tones with reds, and burnt sienna, which I use to mix with ultramarine to get the grays. So I don't really use any of these ochres. But if you do, let me know in the comment section below and let me know what subjects you paint with them. Alright, if you want to check out other watercolor mixing videos, you can visit my YouTube playlist. The link is in the video description below. I have comparisons for different PBR7s, PR102, and other colors. Oh, before you go, I just want to let you know that I am selling off some excess watercolor paint in half pans like this. So it's to make space to get more colors to test and also make more videos like this. If you are interested to get some paint from me to help me out, just check out the colors I'm selling in the video description below.